Hey everyone, welcome back to Crash Landing, episode 8. And pretty much picking up right where I left off last episode, where we was using the smeltery here to make seared stone. And since then, I went ahead and just kind of let it do its business and turned off the lever here to keep it from pulling out any more liquid seared stone. So I'm going to go ahead and start pouring this out into bricks just to kind of see how many that we have just from letting it run. I want to say I let it run for maybe about 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to come inside. Let's grab a casting table. There we go. Actually, we got two. One ingot cast. I might actually, to speed things up, let's go ahead and make another ingot cast. I think that might be worth it. All right, so let me take a look in here real quick. I think it was Mighty Smelting and Alloys. Aluminum brass, 3 aluminum and 1 copper. I always forget how to make aluminum brass. Granted, I can use gold, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use aluminum brass just because we got a lot of aluminum. So I need, what, like 12 of these? It's a 3-to-1 ratio, and then 4 of those. Let's go ahead and make these into actual dust forms, or dust blocks. There we go. And I do need to empty this out. So how do I want to do that? How do I want to empty this? All right, well, first of all, let's go ahead and get this out of the way for now. Let's see. Tank. Let's see what kind of tanks we have. We pretty much only have the portable tanks. I don't know how much that's going to like fill up, but I need to get in there. I guess I could just flip it around, if anything. Yeah, we'll just do that. All right, let's go ahead and place casting tape. I figured you were gonna do that. Oh wow, what luck. All right. Oh yeah. Actually, no. Let's play this smartly. There we go, and that should keep that hopper from putting anything else into that casting table. There we go. That saves everything, and my inventory at that. All right, let me grab my seared faucet. Now today, I do want to try to get like the other smeltery kind of like, I don't know if I want to get it like actually up and running, but I would like to get something else up and running today, hopefully. But I would like to be able to start making use of a second smelter and getting double output for ores and stuff. So hopefully, there we go, 8 ingots of aluminum brass. Nice. All right, so let's put seared brick there. This should make us an ingot cast, and that used how much? 2? 1? Ah, perfect. All right. Then if that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, and let's actually run this. How do I want to do this? Let's run this like out here, away from all of that clutter right there, so I don't have to mess with it. And let's put that. I need a few more fluid dunks. I try to always make sure I clean up my inventory between episodes. So sometimes it's a little bit of a pain to go back and forth to get stuff that I need out of there. Here we go. All right, so hopefully that doesn't affect anything. So we'll put those there. Ingot cast. Ingot cast. Hello? Where'd my ingot cans go? What? What just happened? Hold on. What? Okay, I have no idea what just happened, but I had 2 ingot casts. That makes no sense. Okay. All right, fine. All right. I see how it wants to play. It's perfectly all right. Try that one more time. All right. Back there. There we go. Now, eventually, probably that other ingot cast might show up. I'm not worried about that right now. All right, so let's go ahead and flip that guy. And we'll set up like maybe here and here. I'll have item ducts there. And let's kind of, actually, you know what, we don't really need this chest anymore. I've just kind of been putting stuff in the hopper anyway for that. So we'll just go ahead and snag that chest. That way we don't have to worry about crafting one. And crescent rimmer. But I am going to need a few more levers. So let's go ahead and make a good handful of those. And set these guys up to export. Alright, so pretty much should be able to flip this, and that should start pouring out the aluminum brass for the ingot cast there. So that way I have that for later if I want to make some more. See, I told you that ingot cast was going to show up again. Stupid thing. Alright, anyway, so this is going to go ahead and start crafting our seared brick. So I'm going to kind of pretty much just let this do its thing. I'm going to put that in there. I want to see how much this is going to give us. Alright, that's probably just because this is full of the seared stone. So I'm just going to let that run for a little bit. Now today, there's something else I actually want to work on that's really not, I don't think it's in the quest book, but it's something I kind of want to do. I want to go ahead and start working on a mob farm for resources and stuff because I pretty much sleep through the night and everything, so I don't really see too many mobs. So I want to try to make sure we can, you know, make use of the drops and everything. So let's grab some cobblestone from our chest in here. And we'll go outside and start building a nice little room. I'm not going to make like anything too huge. Actually, you know what? I also want to go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and craft a hatchet. Let's type in rod. Let's see what kind of tool rods we got. So we can do stone, flint, cactus, obsidian. Obsidian would be nice, but I don't know if I really have a means of obtaining obsidian at the moment. I don't know. Actually, I might be able to pick it up. Might need like a form of a block breaker or something. But I got a piece of obsidian over there I could use if I absolutely wanted. Would pretty much hurt the durability of the tool though, so I might not worry about it too much. I hate to just use wood, but these are tough tool rods. So, and I don't have any cactus. Cactus would be kind of cool. Iron. Paper. Bone might be the best at the moment. Obsidian's actually not too bad. Actually, hold on. Let's take a look. Breaker. So we got a block breaker here from Open Blocks. Oh, Lord. Yeah, no. What about the terrain smasher? Invar. Still needs Invar. I can make Invar now with the Smeltery. I'm pretty sure. Should be able to. But let's not worry about that. I'll get the whole axe later, I guess. I'll decide on that. I just thought it'd be kind of cool because this one's about had it. But I think, let's go ahead and make this, I think, out, maybe like right out here somewhere. So, just going to kind of outline the room a little bit. Let's see. So let's do like, that's 5. I want the inside 5. Or 7. I like 7. I think 7 might work. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll just go ahead and make the outline of the room. So I'm just going to make like a small little mob trap. Hopefully, this should work all right. And, you know, get us a few drops up and going. Now, with mob griefing turned off, I imagine that it should be all right having a mob trap. So I don't know if any of the mobs can like phase through blocks or anything. Hoping not. That would kind of stink. Pretty sure like Enderman might be able to get through if they like just teleported. So as long as I don't worry about them or look at them, I shouldn't have too much of a problem. So is that 4 tall? And then we'll go ahead and do like out that way. Sun is going down though, so let's go ahead and we're gonna do that. That way we have a nice little way to get up and down real quick. And sleep time. Nice. Alright, so we got that. And let's take a look at how this is working over here. Looks like it's finished and empty. Nice. Look at that. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of quick crafting real fast. I want to just kind of get an idea. So I need at least... Whoops. Another smeltery controller. My mouse has been acting up like crazy. Another drain. And then I'm going to need a piece of glass. So let me grab a piece of glass for the tank. Bloop. There we go. Actually, let's just do the crafting in here. There we go. Alright, so we got our at least 3 main components that we need. And then we can go ahead and do this just to kind of see. So that'd be like what? Okay, so it's 20. Alright. It's not too bad. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to continue to let this do its thing. We're going to pick these up. Pick you up. And we'll go ahead and put the casting basin back down. Flip that switch to let the cobblestone start working its way back in. And I'm going to go ahead and let this start melting us down some more seared stone. And then I just need these guys back. Place that back. Flip the lever back on, and boom. Alright, so that's back automated again. Let's put the rest of that in there. So we're working on getting our second smeltery up and running. Cool. Alright, let's go grab some glowstone. Some glowstone. Actually, you know what? Let's grab glowstone and redstone. Let's grab half a stack of you, half a stack of you. Let's go ahead and start crafting up some glowstone. And I'm going to make this into redstone lamps. Alright, so I'm going to start closing this thing off. Let's see, let's have the entrance. It's not really going to be an entrance, but a way for us to get in and out. Now, I don't think... Let's just do a little quick test here real fast. So this is going to be the center. Turn on F7. Flip this guy. Alright, so yeah, that's not going to completely be able to turn that off. Alright, didn't think so. So, how do I want to do that? Would one there and one there work? Turn my F7 back on. Still not completely, but that's alright. I think we'll just go ahead and make it look a little nice. So we'll just do this, and that, and that, and this. There we go. Now let's go ahead and fill the rest of this in. Then I'll have to start working on the killing mechanism and all that good stuff. Alright, let's get out of here and turn these guys on real quick. So actually, hold on. Alright, so we're going to do that for now. I'm probably going to need to go grab some redstone. So that way I can actually do that a little bit better. Maybe have like a switch that comes down the side or something. Right now, we're going a little bit old school, I guess. Ah, and I keep forgetting, and that's something else I need to do. Keep forgetting we got chisel, so definitely could make this look a lot nicer. So let me do this. Actually, let's do it this way. And then we'll take the lever. Let's place like the lever right there. We'll flip it on. That way it's ready to go. And that should be far enough to stretch. Nice, perfect. Alright, then we'll just go ahead and start closing this off. Alright, cool. So we got a nice small room, nice and lit up. So this is 3 tall Endermen should be able to spawn in here. That's what I'm hoping. And let's see. So if we have them come this way. Just trying to get an idea of them, visualizing this real quick. Kind of had an idea of how I want this to work, and hopefully this will work the way I'm wanting it to. we have them like right in there, we'll have them come. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't put that corner in. Makes sense. And I'm probably gonna have to repair my shovel because it's about to break. I knew it. Go figure. All right, I am getting a little hungry. Kind of curious to see how well this is working. Again. 9. Oh wait, hold on. I never. Derp. So we won't be able to see how well this is working because I turned it off. Okay then. Now we'll wait and see how well that's gonna work for us. All right, and what was I missing? What did I forget? Oh, right, shovel. Need to repair it. Yeah, this heat is getting to my brain. All right, let's go ahead and repair this. And it looks like, oh, I also need to go grab some water. So, water bottles, and let's do that real quick. So I am a little nervous on this mob trap, actually, because I'm fairly certain there's probably some mobs that I haven't seen yet. So I really don't know what's in store just yet. All right, so we got a nice little trench there. Actually, you know what? Let's go off this way a little bit. I think that'll be like my my killing area. All right, and then we just need to go ahead and finish expanding out the room around this. We're gonna have to recheck my light levels too, but hopefully we should be all right. F7. Yeah, that's what I was a little worried about. All right, let's go ahead and put right there. Let's place on the outside lever. All right, so we're still gonna have one block right there. You know what? Let's just do this. Oh, not that. That. We'll just do that. That way that one lever turns that on. We'll just leave that on until we're ready to turn it off to have mobs spawn. Alright, so now we need to start working towards getting and moving the mobs over this way. So I'm going to have them fall into this little channel here, and then I'll have them come over this way to the killing mechanism, which is not something that's like, it's not like too complex. We'll just put it that way. But I am gonna need. I'm gonna need some more iron from the looks of things. So getting another smeltery up and running would be really nice right now. So I'm actually gonna grab the little bit of iron that I do have. Let's do that. Let's see what kind of dusts and stuff we have in the chest out here. Let's grab the broken iron ore. Craft this into the gravel. I guess it really doesn't matter. Let's see what we can get out of this. Doesn't look like we're going to get much extra. Yeah, alright, that's fine. We got 4 and 2 extra dust, plus that. But I'm not worried about that at the moment. And then do that and that. There we go. So we got 12. I would really like to get a fair amount of iron for some more hoppers. So let me actually go ahead and see what all I need left for another smeltery. So we got 11 bricks. I need, see, this is gonna fill up the bottom. So put those there. We'll say a drain goes there. It's It's getting dark, I see. Put that there. Alright, so we still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more breaks at least to get a second smeltery up and running. So this is just kind of barely starting to work for us, it looks like. Alright, so let's go ahead and sleep through the night. There we go. Let me see if I can rethink this whole thing. I might just go ahead and I don't know if I want to go ahead and use up all that iron. Let me flip that off real quick. I'm going to stop production of this real quick. And I'll start working on putting the iron in there. That way we can go ahead and get that out of there. And get our double ingots worth. So in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and probably cook up... Do I have any in here? No. Alright, anyway. Let's get a chest or two. Bloop. There we go. Let's go ahead and craft up 2 chests. And then, as far as my killing mechanism, I actually want to go ahead and use sugarcane. So, we can actually use punji sticks with sugarcane, which is one of the reasons why I was growing these in the first place, is for the punji sticks and for food, obviously, as well. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 20 of these. If we place these down and just keep right-click them in the same block, I believe 1 punji stick will do like 1 damage per second, I think, or per tick, something like that. So 5 is going to do, like, I'm guessing 5, so that's what I'm hoping, at least. I'm not 100% sure on those numbers, but I'm pretty sure that the more you have, the more damage it's going to do, so that's the plan there. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I could just do that. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. Alright, so if I flip that off, I should keep that from filling in there. Let's turn that off. Let's grab our fluid ducts. Flip that the other way. And let's go ahead and pop in... Oh. Alright, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and let this finish melting down that seared stone real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and let this iron ore dust melt down, all 12 of them. In fact, actually, what I might do is, while I'm at it, because I can do 9 at a time, I'm going to go ahead and try to go ahead and get a little bit more. Let's do 6 more, so that way we can do 18. We'll do 2 sets of iron ore dust. That should give us 36 pieces of iron, which should be more than enough, I hope, for what I'm wanting to do. So, alright guys, I'm going to finish this off real quick, and I'll see you guys back in just a minute. Alright guys, we're back. Iron just finished up, so let me grab the rest of that. Head over to the crafting table. I want to go ahead and make a few more hoppers. So I went ahead and made a couple extra chests. So there we go. Let's see, I hope I should have enough. Yeah, there we go. Nope, don't want to mess up and accidentally, yeah. Alright, so the other thing I want to go ahead and craft is, first off, some iron bars. And then lastly, I should be able to go ahead and use cobblestone slabs, iron bars, and iron ingots to make some open blocks fans. So I'm going to make like 4 for now. Just, I don't know exactly how many of these I'm going to need. So I'm just going to kind of, guess real quick. Now, let's see. I think actually, you know what? Maybe I think these things actually work through blocks. So if I do this right, let's put one like here. I don't know why I just went around. Alright, so let's do something like this. And then we'll put 1, 2, 3, but I need to get inside to do that first. Oh, please tell me these work. Do they need a redstone signal? Please tell me that's all they need. Please tell me that's all they need. Oh, thank the Lord. They do work. Phew. Alright, cool. Alright, so hopefully anywhere in here, it should push these guys right. Oh, right to the edge, too. Alright, well that's pretty much what I wanted. You know, I could push them for... Oops. Sleepy time is now. Or actually close. I think what I'll go ahead and do is sleep. First off. So that way they don't start spawning on us while we're trying to make this mob trap. And I need water. I really need to start figuring out what I'm going to do for this, because this is going to get a little annoying when I'm working on stuff. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 bottles of water to fill up our camel pack, which seems like it just never lasts long enough. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and head inside. Let's close that. And then we'll have that block there anyway. So that way we can just do that. And that hopefully should keep the light out. So we'll just place the fans here. And that should finish blowing the rest of the distance we need for them. So if we now... Oops, I needed that. Pick these up. Place those there. Hopefully that turns those on now. Just make sure. Nice. And that'll push them right off the edge. Sweet. And then I do want a fan right here as well. On. So let's go ahead and... Drat. I never have enough levers. I need another lever. Alright, I'm just going to steal one of these for now. Thank you. Doop. So I can finish this off. Flip that on. Nice. So that's going to push them off right here, which is pretty much exactly where I want them. Alright, so here, I'm going to open this area up. I'm going to place my 2 chests right there. Hoppers, not like that, but like this. All facing that one way. So if mobs fall and stand right here, even spiders, they should take damage and die. Their items should fall into the hoppers and make their way into the chest. So here comes the dangerous part. So if we shift right click on the hoppers with the punji sticks, we can actually... Ooh, careful. So that's what I'm saying. These things will damage you as well, so be very careful. They're very, very, very dangerous. So shift right click, and we should be able to get these working. Way. Oh, Lord. This is a little painful. Let me actually do something real quick. Hold on. Let me pick these things up. Gosh, these things are a pain. Do I have that other, did I put that other piece of flint away? I did. Real quick, I'm just going to flip that off, because that's a pain. Oh. That thing, stupid fans were pushing me over to those. Stop. Working here. There we go. Okay, so right click on that bounding box after you place the first one. And then just let go of shift and you can just right click on that punji stick box there. Now the problem is trying to get that. So hopefully that works. Then I gotta get in there and turn that back on. So dangerous stuff right there. Caution. Eventually I do want to be able to like hit them myself. That way I can maybe like level up my dagger a little bit as well. So hopefully I should be able to get in there and kill them before they die as well. So I'm going to grab some fences. Hopefully this will keep them away. And I do want to try this before I finish. Alright, so let's flip that back on. Put that back. Put you there. Alright, so that fan should be on. It should be able to blow that whole channel this way. And then just do that. Yeah, that might have to work. That way they don't like start shooting at me and stuff. Alright, now my second problem is actually trying to make sure that there's no light that gets inside of there. Through this here, because that's going to stop a lot of mobs from spawning, I think. Alright, so hopefully that works. Alright, let's go ahead and flip the light off. Flip this light off. Alright, it's pretty dark in there. And I'm going to go ahead and eat real quick. Just go ahead and prepare a little bit. Alright, so it's midday. I'm going to bank away a little bit. Kind of want to start seeing if they start spawning in there. I'm hoping this works. Ah, there we go. I see a spider spawned. Nice. Alright, and I need a little bit of food. Eating once. Alright, let's grab some bread. Hopefully this spawner works good. So, spiders might still wind up clogging this thing up, it seems. Where's he at? Yeah, see, I think it's because he knows where I'm at. So the spiders still might wind up messing this up a little bit. Might be a problem. Just because they acknowledge my presence and they kind of like are able to see me through walls and stuff. The other problem I'm worried about too is the mob spawning in that little bit right there. But we got a skeleton spawned in there, which is nice. So let me go ahead. Oh, did he despawn or die? He might. Oh, he died. He died and he dropped experience. Nice. Check it out. Sweet. So it pretty much does work. We just got to get the right distance away for mobs to start spawning. So if we're like sitting in our just our crash shuttle over here, this hopefully is far enough away for them to start spawning. Oh, nice. Look at that. We got zombies spawning. Cool. All right, that'll work out fine then. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of let that run and do its thing between episodes, and hopefully that kind of works by itself without me having to worry about it. So we got zombies in there and stuff. As far as this is concerned, I'm gonna keep letting this run as well between episodes and let it build up more seared brick, so that way I can get another one of these smelteries up and running. But I think that's gonna about do it today. One last thing that I want to do before I finish off is I want to use a little bit of this iron that I went ahead and made, because I might do this between episodes. I want to make myself a chisel to make things look a little bit nicer. So if I take this, we can put our cobblestone in our chisel and start getting like different patterns and stuff and start making things look a little bit nicer. So I think that's what I might work on between episodes, and might even be able to work on this. Yeah, so you hear them in there dying? Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Now, it seems like some of the items do kind of fall out a little bit, which isn't too much of a problem, and it seems like this skeleton... Oh, there he goes. I guess what I could do is just finish closing this off with the fence. I should still be opening that up. That way the items don't fly out this way. I guess the other thing I could do to keep items from, or the light from going in there, is maybe dismantle the shuttle a little bit, maybe grab a little bit of the darkened glass for one of these areas, like maybe here, and here. And we'll use this, that way we can still see inside, but the light should not shine through, so... I wanted to be able to, hit them, but I might work on that later. So there we go. Maybe that's what the problem was. Let's try that, because that looked like it got a lot darker in there. Let's do it back up a little bit. Let's see what kind of mobs finally start spawning in there now. Got a little bit of bread while we wait. And I'm pretty sure, actually, if I take these iron bars... Yeah, see, we can get different types of iron bars and stuff. Ooh, those look cool. Yeah, maybe I'll work on something like that. So yeah, there we go. We got some mobs spawning in there. Creepers, spiders, the whole kit and caboodle. Nice, perfect. All right, guys, well, I think that's going to about do it for today. I want to say thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any helpful tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. If you guys would rate the video, I would really appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you guys then. Goodbye.